Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Kate. And this is a new Netflix release from director Cedric, Nicolas-Troyan, from writer Umair Alim, and focuses on the story of a female assassin who has 24 hours to seek revenge before she dies. She's been poisoned, it's really affecting her, and her past comes back to bite her. She connects with this young woman. We have Mary Elizabeth Winstead playing the titular Kate, this assassin who has been mentored by Woody Harrelson, who's kind of like, don't get involved in this kind of thing, and she winds up powering up with Ani, who's this young woman played by Miku, Patricia, Martineau, and along the way, you have a lot of action sequences, but not as many as maybe this film needed, because my biggest issue with this film is it didn't really feel like it had a sense of urgency, despite the fact that it has a ticking bomb plot. Like, you have this time frame where it's like this character's going to die and needs to get stuff done, and there's never seemed to be a real pushing force in terms of the narrative to move this along. There's action sequences that are really well shot, well choreographed, and engrossing, and I enjoyed the action in this film. But the story just felt so bleh, and it never felt like there was any sense of like, this needs to happen, we need to get this done, and it felt really drawn out and long after a while, and this was only like an hour and 45 minutes with credits, and it felt very long, and that's never a good thing. You have Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who does a great job in this. Woody Harrelson's doing his thing in this. You have strong performances and committed performances, and you have strong action. Just, the whole entire plot's very cliched. It's been there, done that. The world building isn't as compelling either. So, like, you've seen things like John Wick, which has really stood out because of the world building and its style, its perpetual motion. It has the action, but it has everything else around it. And especially the first film had that emotional crux. This is like, I never really felt for these characters, never really connected with these characters, so I never had that investment where I'm like, okay, I care about them, I want her to get there in time, but I never found myself, besides being attracted to a committed performance by Winstead, ever feeling like Kate was somebody I actually cared about. And you know, there's some twists and stuff like that in terms of character motivations that you could probably spot like a million miles away. And so it's not really a surprise when those things happen. By the end of the film, you're just kind of like, okay, well, I enjoyed some action sequences. I was boarded out by a plot, and I was left pretty disappointed, except when people were fighting and shooting and stuff on the screen. And there was never enough of that to really make up for this whole hour and 45 minutes of something I wanted to sit through. And yeah, it could be an easy, just throw on in the background kind of stream on Netflix. I know a lot of people wind up doing that, but is sitting there trying to really connect with the story, there isn't a whole lot there to help you do that. And basically all you're left with is just a cast that really deserve better, and some action sequences that were a lot of fun. So if that's enough for you, then this will be enough for you. If you want more than that, this film's going to leave you wanting more. And I always felt wanting more. But those are my thoughts on Kate. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.